Hello and welcome to the big comfy couch here at the Neff Center. This is another edition of Swamp Talk here on SageGators.com. I'm Brian Cady, voice of Sage basketball and potentially softball. We'll get to that later on. Coach Brown over there in the background. Anyways, I'm sitting here with senior co-captain Allison Ford and junior second baseman Alexis Silk from the Sage softball team. Ladies, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. First of all, a very naive softball question just to get it out of the way because I'm a guy and I don't understand how this works. As a pitcher, Allison,
Yes.
how in God's name can women do that throwing motion on the mound? Because like I've kind of sort of tried it in my very veiled attempts years ago. I have no idea how to do this. Like, is there a science to it? Is there a mechanics to it? Like,
Well, there's definitely mechanics to it, but no, I mean it's not that hard. You can probably do it with some practice.
We're not gonna try that. Not at all. All right. So first off, Allison being a co-captain, you're senior out of Mechanicville. Alexa from Greenville High School originally. Okay. A lot of local talent on this team. What's the rapport like with teammates? If you played them in high school, you at least know them from high school. Alexa, we'll start with you. What's it like to have people come on the team that are from the area and you're going to be at least somewhat familiar with as they come in and see what things you have in common and build team rapport that way?
I think it's a lot easier to have people come in from the local area because you've seen like a lot of these people before and played against them, so it makes it easier for team bonding once you've seen them and kind of known them as a player from before.
Now, both playing obviously sports in high school, and in the end, one of the biggest decisions that I think a person ever has to make is a college they want to go to, especially when they're not just a very good student, but also a very good athlete as well. Talk a little bit about the process you went through in your times at Mechanicville and at Greenville. We'll start with you, Allison, on this one. As far as going through the process of deciding where you want to go to school and why you chose Sage to begin with.
So Coach Brown had recruited me when I was in high school, so she was a familiar name and a familiar face, and Sage was very familiar to me. I ended up going to Hudson Valley my first 2 years and playing softball there for different reasons, but then when I was looking to transfer out to finish my school, Sage was always kind of like, she was the first coach to recruit me, so it was kind of always in the back of my mind. I knew I wanted to stay close to my family. I'd heard a lot about the program, I knew Coach, so it was kind of an easy decision to come here for me, at least.
How'd that work out for you?
Well, my aunt actually went to Russell Sage as a nursing major too, so she made me interested in the school, and I ended up getting a scholarship here, so I reached out to Coach Brown, and she came and watched me play, and then recruited me for the team.
And a pretty good recruitment on her part there. We'll get to that in a second, but you mentioned your aunt having a nursing major. You're also a nursing major. Bless you for having a medical major, because I know personally I hated science in school, biology, earth science. It didn't matter except for physics because it was mostly math. But I bless you for being a medical major. I can't do it. Well, I think one of the most important things that I've had discussions with a few other members of different Sage teams is the balance that's stressed and expected in a way here at Sage between not just your performance on the field, but also your performance off the field and in the classroom, being a part of the community and community service, and then of course, having amazing grades. Both of you, obviously, great representatives of that here at Sage. Tell a little bit about the expectations of what you do in and out of the classroom and on the field as well. Either one of you.
I can start. I mean, school, like Coach always says, school's first, so we're always here and we're at practice a lot and we travel a lot, but you'll see everybody on the bus with laptops and notebooks and just doing what we can to study. We go to library after games, we go to library after practice, and we just try to make it work and balance each other out. Lex is in the library, I think, every night until midnight, so till they close her out, so we try to balance it out,
Another reason I didn't want to be a science major. Now, you both mentioned Coach Brown at certain points when talking about your decision to go from high school, or in your case, Allison, Hudson Valley, to Sage. Tell a little bit about Coach Brown and what she's able to do as far as her techniques as a coach and be able to motivate the team and get them to succeed, especially the way the team has the last few years. coach. We'll start with you on that.
Okay. She's really put a lot of hard work into her team, always like working on whether it's fundamentals or trying to get us to bond with each other. She just like knows every aspect of the game and really works hard to have us win and be a great team.
Yeah. One of the things I would say is how caring she is, especially like going back to recruiting. She was one of the only coaches that, I mean, I had contacted a few different ones, but she's one of the only ones that stuck with me, especially then when I chose to go to Hudson Valley. I mean, she was at games with Jess, actually, our other captain and senior, but so that's really cool. She just shows how much she cares and brings that to the team every day, so I think it's really important.
Now, Allison, being a co-captain with Jess Adams, talk about the responsibility that was put upon you, whether it be by yourself as far as your expectations of what a captain should be, as well as maybe the coaching staff, and what that meant to you to be named a co-captain for this team this year.
So it's Jess and Cady and I. I think we've talked about it a lot. I think our main focus is to try to get the best we can out of the girls who are going to be here when we're not here anymore. Whether that be by showing how hard we try to work every single day, on and off the field, in the classroom too. But I think the coaches, they expect us to get the same like out of those girls and to be leaders and demonstrate what we should do all the time and stuff like that.
And of course, in reference to Cady Ramaui, graduate student, and Jess Adams, senior as well. Alexa, very interesting quirk for you this year though is, you're a junior and you're leading the team in batting average and setting school records, and that's all nice. You have a sister who's a freshman on the team now. It's a sibling thing naturally to just kind of butt heads a little bit. How has it been having her not just on your campus, because you were there first, it's your campus, but to have to experience the relationships of going through practices and workouts and games and travel with your sisters? How's that been for you, going through that?
I mean, it's alright. We played with each other throughout our whole lives, so we really get along with each other well and work well together on the field, and we're always like motivating each other to play hard.
Alright, now, one other thing I gotta ask about is the fact that just because I like her, borderline love her, Jen Onwe, graduated from Sage last year, and she decided to come back as an assistant coach for Coach Brown this year. Both of you obviously know her very well. Tell me about what it was like to have Jen come back and be a coach this year, and maybe what kind of impact she's had on the squad as a coach herself.
I can start, so last year was obviously my first year at Sage, but even in my short amount of time last season, Jen kind of exemplified everything, and Coach says this all the time, everything that Sage softball tries to be. And I think with her crazy schedule in grad school and everything else that she has going on, for her to be here every day when she doesn't have to be now, she's not playing anymore, just kind of further proves that she really is that. She really is Sage Athletics. She embodies that and brings that to us every single day.
Anything to add, Alexa?
I agree. I just think she has so much heart, and she's really like stepped up and fulfilled that coaching position. From even being a captain on the team last year, she's like really changed a lot and really works hard and puts a lot of work towards us. I'm sorry.
It's fine. And then real quick, lastly, obviously the team 8-4 right now in the Skyline Conference. 3 more doubleheaders coming up, and obviously next weekend, as we're taping this on the 21st, it's going to be April 29th. It's going to be a doubleheader against Mount St. Vincent Senior Day for you, Allison, as well as for Jess. Emotions, has it hit you yet that this is kind of wrapping up? And obviously the Skyline Conference playoffs, but as far as this being your final season, has it kind of hit you yet, or is it just keeping the focus?
I'm not very good at, I do a lot, like kind of focus on, we only have this much time left, which I probably shouldn't do, but it's true. And I think it has hit me a little bit. We definitely do need to focus day by day and game by game because we have big games coming up and playoffs coming up. But I don't know, I'm really excited to be able to do senior day with Cady and Jess. I mean, I couldn't love 2 people more, so I think it's going to be awesome.
All right, well, that's all I've got. So, hey, by the way, if you haven't gotten out to see Sage softball, I got to see a couple games last year in the midst of the craziness of AAU basketball coaching that I was doing last year. Come on, see these girls. Robeson Field here at Neff Center, really cool atmosphere, and they're loud and rambunctious because they're college kids. Senior Allison Ford, Junior Alexa Silk. Girls, thank you very much for coming on, and appreciate it. Good luck rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, well, that does it for this edition of Swamp Talk here on SageGators.com, but don't you worry, we're going to be coming up with more. A lot of great stuff coming up, so make sure you stay tuned to SageGators.com for more editions of Swamp Talk.